Sairam everyone, and welcome back to our history class. And today we'll be continuing with our lesson Nazism and the rise of Hitler. Before we start with a new topic, let's see what we have learned, what we have studied in the last class. We studied about the German Empire, which was defeated in the First World War. Right? Germany was defeated and Germany was under the monarchs, ruled by the monarchs. So it is said German Empire. Also, after the fall of German Empire, many political parties became active, and then National Assembly at Weimar, they formed the National Assembly, and this National Assembly was called as Weimar Republic. Elections were conducted, deputies were elected to the Reichstag, that is the Parliament of Germany. Even women got right to vote. We also studied that this Weimar Republic was not accepted by the people, but the Germans. They were not happy with this Weimar Republic. And I told you the reasons. The peace treaty of Versailles was signed by the Germans with the Allies. They were forced to sign the treaty. They were forced to pay the compensation of war. They were forced to give away many territories. And of all, the people thought it was very humiliating. Very harsh treatment was given to the Germans by the Allied. That's the reason people of Germany, these Germans, blamed the Weimar Republic for all the problems, for all this situation. Weimar Republic was held responsible. This is what we learned in the last lesson, in the last class. Children, before we move further, you remember in the last class, I have showed you one map. I just wanted to show it again as a recap. And then we will move further with a new topic. So this is the map of Germany during the First World War. When German Empire lost, what happened with Germany? We will see. I'll use my pen. Yes. Can you see this boundary in black over here? This is all over. This shows the boundary of Germany. Can you see? Yes. Okay. Then I'll just enlarge my here. The territory lost by Germany after the World War I. Purple color territories over here. Yes. Okay. And now the territories that were demilitarized to weaken the power of Germany. Here it is. Okay. So we will be doing this map in your map activity book. Today, let's begin with our new topic, that is the effect of the war. Children, this First World War had a shattering, shocking impact on the entire European continent, both psychologically and also financially. Actually, they were involved in this war, right? Because they thought that this war would give them quick gains. Yes, they wanted quick gains. So they joined the war. These European countries, which were said to be creditors, that is a country to whom money is owed. They gave loans. And this European countries, which were said to be creditors, have now turned into debtors. Means, who owes money? That is, they were into financial crisis. This newly formed Weimar Republic, infant Weimar Republic, you can say newly means infant, was made to pay for the sins of the old empire. Why it is said sins of the old empire? The reason was, who was involved in the First World War? Were this Weimar Republic? No, it was the German Empire. And who is facing all the problems? Who is facing the punishment? It is the Weimar Republic. People are blaming Weimar Republic. Okay. Now, this Weimar Republic, they carried the burden of war guilt, as I said now, and also national humiliation. It was forced to pay war compensation. Yes, this resulted in financial crisis in Germany. It was financially crippled. Socialists, you know now who are socialists? Who are they? They believe in, yes, equal distribution of resources. Resources should be under the government. Yes, Catholics, they were the Christians, and also the Democrats, wherein the rulers are elected. So socialists, Catholics and Democrats, they supported this Weimar Republic. This socialist, Catholics and Democrats became very easy targets. They were targeted by the conservative nationalists. Circles, the people, easily they were targeted. Why? Because they were just supporting the Weimar Republic. They were mockingly called as November criminals. Why they were called November criminals? Because the Treaty of Versailles was signed in the month of November, and so they were called as November criminals. Now children, the First World War left a deep imprint on European society. Am I right? European countries. And also their politics. So the soldiers, they started gaining importance because they needed people, they needed men to fight the wars. Yeah, to strengthen their power, they needed more and more soldiers. So soldiers started gaining importance. They were placed above the civilians. Politicians and publicists wanted the men to be more aggressive, to be strong, masculine, healthy. So they wanted this men to be very healthy and join the army. The media, let me talk about the media. This media, the German media, they glorified trench soldiers. I'll tell you what is this trench soldiers. Okay, they glorified this trench soldier's life. They were praising it. But what they said, it is a very good life. They are enjoying. They are well respected. They are everything is fine with them. Okay, they are given importance. So they were just glorifying it's too good and all that. All positive things were told about this trench soldiers. But the reality was that the soldiers lived miserable lives. Yes, they lived a miserable lives. in the trenches. They were trapped with rats, feeding on corpses, dead bodies. They had to face poisonous gas and also witness their rank reduce. Yeah, children, look at your monitor. Yeah, these are trench. The soldiers, they used to dig the earth and they used to make these trenches to fight wars. Look at this one, this photo. Look at this image wherein there is water. At times while digging the trenches where yes, it had water and they used to stand in that water and fight wars. See here, look at this. Two different pictures talking about the trench soldiers. Okay, now here it is. Look at this. He has dug the earth, this soldier. Look at where he has kept his knee. Okay, that is called as fire step. Then this is the duck boats. This is the dugout. Okay, here you see wooden periscope, and these are the sacks, and on that sacks he has kept his gun. Barbed wires, did you see that? These wires are to safeguard the soldiers so that the enemies would not be able to enter his trench. Okay. So was it easy, children? What do you think? So difficult to dig and stand over here. At times it was filled with water. So this was the life of the soldiers, trench soldiers. And what did the media do? They glorified. It is too good, and the soldiers are very happy. There is no problem. Okay, these all were rumors. Aggressive propaganda. Okay, aggressive war propaganda and national honor occupied the center stage among the people. Democracy became a young and fragile idea. People supported conservative dictatorship, and the support grew among the people. This was the effect of the First World War on the people of Germany and European countries. We'll move on to our new topic, that is political radicalism and economic crisis. Let us first talk about politics. Okay, let us begin with politics first. Radicalism means complete change, political change or political reform. We have studied about radicals in Russian Revolution, right? These radicals, they wanted change. Let us talk about Germany now. In the last class, we saw the people were not happy with Weimar Republic, right? They were not happy with the Weimar Republic. Germans too wanted change. Germans too wanted political change. They started looking for alternatives. The development that took place in Russia, it affected Germany. During that time, Russia witnessed Bolshevik Revolution, and Germans were ignited with the ideas of Bolshevik Revolution and also communism. During that time, Spartist Party, or you can say League, was born in Germany. This Spartacists League was basically a kind of Soviet workers, or you can say Soviet sailors. They were they were looking to form a kind of, they were looking to form a kind of communist party, because they were very much impressed with whatever was happening in Russia. They were impressed by the communist ideas that was in Russia. So they too wanted a communist party in Germany, of Germany. And so this party was more in the style of Soviet government. The Spartacists League party was more of Russian type. Socialists, Democrats and Catholics, they oppose the Spartacists. Yeah, they were against the Spartacists, and they supported the Republic, the Weimar Republic. And this Weimar Republic was in favor of democratic government. These supporters of Republic, Weimar Republic, met at Weimar. And what did they do there? They crushed the uprising. And to crush the uprising, they took help of war veteran organization. This organization was called as Free Corps. Now, the Spartacists founded Communist Party of Germany. Yeah, I told you this. The communist and the socialist, these two became irreconcilable enemies. Irreconcilable enemies means the ideas of both the parties were so different from each other that they could not be made compatible. So much of difference was there in their ideas, and they were big enemies and could not make common cause against Hitler. Hitler did take advantage of this situation. Both revolutionaries and militants, nationalists, wanted a radical change. Now here you see, here we have two flags. The flag with a star is the flag of Spartacists, yes, and the other one is of Weimar Republic. Now, let us talk about the economy of Germany. We studied about the war guild. Who was held responsible? It was German. Germany was held responsible for the war. Yeah, it was Germany who had to pay compensation for the damage caused during the war. 6 billion pounds Germany had to pay as compensation, right? As we saw, the Spartacists founded Communist Party of Germany. Now this political change was taking place, right? These political changes were taking place. During this time, it also affected the economy of the region. Germany faced economic crisis in the year 1923. Germany had to pay reparations of war in gold, not in cash, in gold, because Germany was losing money. The economic crisis was worsening. All of its currency system vanished off, and it was reparating in gold, paying compensation in gold. But slowly and gradually, the gold deposit was also getting depleted from Germany. Yes, why? Because they were paying in gold. What happened? Germany was running into financial crisis. Now in 1923, Germany just refused to pay this reparations, this compensation. And so what did France do? France occupied Ruhr. Ruhr was Germany's leading area. France wanted to claim their coal. We have seen in Treaty of Versailles, already 26% of its coal was lost. And now this, as a result of the economy tumbled out. There were huge printing of paper notes in Germany that were placed. Lord, they started printing paper notes recklessly. And this led to devaluation of currency. Their currency, mark. What is mark? It is the currency of the Germans. And when the value of mark fell, the prices of the goods increase. Again, I am repeating, mark is German currency. Okay. In April, the US dollar was equal to 24,000. Okay, it fell more in July, August, and in December it converted into trillions. Look at this. As the value of mark collapsed, as I told you, the prices of the goods went up. Images were made of Germans carrying a cart loaded with currency notes. And where they were taking these currency notes? To buy bread. See, they are taking carts of paper notes. And what they are going to buy? One bread. You're getting me? So the value of mark fell down so badly. With one cart of paper currency, they could buy only one bread. And this was published all over the world. Okay, the increase of goods was such, the increase in the prices of the goods was such huge that it was called as hyperinflation. Hyperinflation means what? Huge rise in the prices of essential goods. That is called as hyperinflation. Children, what happened was the Americans, they intervened and helped Germany to come out of this situation, out of this economic crisis. Das plan was introduced. It was introduced to decrease the financial burden that existed on Germans. This was a policy of intervention of America. America came to rescue Germans. This policy reworked the terms of reparation to ease and to decrease the financial burden on Germans. Children, We will stop over here in this class. In this class, we talked about the effect of the First World War. We also saw the political situation in Germany. We also talked about the economic of Germany. So, in the next class, we will see the new topic. Till then, take care and thank you.